Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. I just want to thank you for watching and for your support. And if you choose to support my super chat, thank you so much. I know these are interesting times, and your help and support is greatly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump's approval rating is increasing. President Trump's approval rating has been increasing. And if you look at, even if it were not increasing, let's just assume for a second that there's one poll out there that says that Trump has lost some support. You have to understand that President Trump's approval rating, whether it's job approval or anything else, must be taken within the context of a media that is 24/7 against him. So when you take into context and when you take into account the fact that President Trump's approval rating is similar to President Obama's, it's around 1 or 2 points different from President Obama's ratings at this point in their presidencies, you have to understand that is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Now that's according to Gallup, but if you look right here, ladies and gentlemen, 3 polls give Trump a thumbs up. 3 polls. So if you look right here, political polls, job approval rating, 53% overall. Handling of what's going on, 56%. Stimulating jobs, 60%. The economy, 60%. Other issues, 58%, 53%, 52% for foreign policy, which is what really the reason I love Trump. Foreign policy. Emerson poll shows that 49% of Americans support President Trump's handling of everything compared to 41 who don't. Axios Harris poll says 56% approval, up from 51%. ABC, in the new poll, 55% of Americans approve. So you have ABC at 55%, only 43 disapprove. You have a Harris poll at 56% and Emerson poll at 49%. And then actually there's 4 polls. The first one that I told you about. Luke St. Martin! Luke St. Martin, thank you! It's going to get better. Absolutely, absolutely, to the 2 best moderators in all of YouTube. Luke St. Martin, thank you. Thank you very much. Luke St. Martin, it's going to get better. Yes, it will, ladies and gentlemen. David McCully, David, thank you. Thank you, David. Luke St. Martin, thank you. David, thank you. Luke St. Martin, Eric H526. Everybody give a lot of love. All 200 plus people, give a lot of love to Luke St. Martin and Eric H526 because they deserve it. Doug, good morning. Hello, everyone. So I want to kind of stress to you the importance of President Trump's job approval ratings. Every single day, you have the Washington Post, the New York Times, MSNBC, CNN, papers throughout the country, essentially acting as an extension or a public relations firm of the DNC. It is not hyperbole to say their work is essentially a public relations apparatus. That's it. That's it. It is not hyperbole to say that. And if you look all throughout March, CNN, 45%, Gallup, March, 44%, The Hill Harris poll, 46%, March 8th, NBC News, March 11th, 46%. Then you have NPR, Politico, Economist, Reuters, before the stimulus package, before everything that he's doing, 44, 43, 44. Now, Rasmussen, Emerson, the polls that I just named are at 46% to 50%. I don't care about polls, ladies and gentlemen, generally, okay? I really don't care about polls generally, because these are public relations. These are just generally public relations, primarily public relations elements of politics, or, it's part of an apparatus, a public relations apparatus. So, if polls were, look, job approval polls are different from who are you going to vote for? Who are you going to vote for? That's a little bit different. I think that favorability ratings for Trump are more accurate than favorability ratings for others. I think that job approval ratings for Trump are more accurate than job approval ratings for other politicians. And the reason I say this is because Trump is like a lab experiment. He's like a communications course, public relations, media lab experiment. What happens if you take a man who has built a brand for 30 or 40 plus years, and he becomes president to the surprise and to the scorn of the establishment and even people on the right, even conservatives? What happens when that person's presidency has to endure 4 years, 24/7 media coverage that's negative? What happens? The American people ignore the onslaught. It is not normal. This is not a normal media environment. Generally in tough times, you have the media kind of pulling back a little bit from the president. That's not the case here. Generally, you have media that's kind of like, whenever there's a calamity or a serious issue or some kind of thing going on, generally you have media kind of giving the president at that moment a break. Not happening. That's not happening. And there's a really interesting, it's Morning Consult, President Standing Across America. And this is, when I said that Clinton was going to lose in 2015, and NPR quoted me, I said that she would lose swing states. And I said because of favorability ratings and other issues, scandal, and the fact that swing states don't trust her. Now, again, there's a difference between Trump's favorability ratings and Clinton's. When people say, "Oh, I don't like Trump," he is brash, bombastic sometimes. He has a larger-than-life personality, and if he goes after people, and if he engages in like some puffery here and there, Democrats, "Oh my God, did you see what happened? It's a lie. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true." Meanwhile, when Clinton absolutely states things that are just plainly false, patently false. You have the New York Times writing articles like, why Clinton needs to be two-faced. Look it up. It's in the New York Times. They justified a public and private face. They justified the basis of Clinton, why Clinton needs to lie. But when you have a Democrat with negative approval ratings or negative favorability ratings, okay, You have a politician that's propped up by the media, and still Americans reject that politician. That's what Madam Secretary is going to face. Hillary Clinton's going to be nominee again. They're not going with Biden. They're just waiting for Bernie to drop out. Tulsi dropped out. She endorsed Biden. And I have nothing bad to say about Tulsi Gabbard. I think Tulsi Gabbard is great. I think that she's has integrity. I think that she has courage. I know she has courage. I think that her foreign policy is great. Do I agree with a lot of her other policies? No. But she's a good human being, a very good human being, a noble human being. Did she endorse Biden? Okay, well that's an issue for the left to discuss. I'm supporting President Trump, so Bernie Sanders is going to endorse Biden, and then all of them are going to endorse Hillary Clinton. This thing's choreographed. But I want to give you an approval rating by state, okay? By state, an approval rating. This is very, very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. Very important. Florida. President Trump, this is according to Morning Consult, okay? This is today. Oh, actually, it says February. Okay, so it says February. I guess they haven't updated. It says February 2020. But let's just look right here, because I just gave you his poll numbers are up because of how he's handling everything. So okay, so it could be better. Florida, a net approval rating of 3 points. He has a net approval of 3 points. North Carolina, net approval of 4 points. Arizona, net approval of 1 point. How are you going to win these states in the general election? How are you going to win Arizona when media is only reporting bad news about Trump? He still has a positive approval rating. They talk about Mitt Romney in Utah. Utah is an 11% approval rating. Texas, 7% approval rating. Okay, Georgia, 2% approval rating. So North Carolina, he's up in approval rating. Georgia, he's up. Florida, he's up. Arizona, he's up. Okay, now you then get to Ohio. He's even. But Ohio, the interesting thing is that if you're even with, you have to take things with a grain of salt. President Trump is running a 40-yard dash with 50 pounds on his back, 50 pounds of negative media coverage. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. Danny Love, Judicial Watch will wreck your theory that Clinton will be nominee. She will finally get to no more dodging justice. Danny, I hope. I'm going to tell you this, and thank you. First of all, thank you so much. I hope and pray that Judicial Watch will wreck my theory, because then that seamlessly merges onto my other theory that eventually people will be indicted and people will be taken to task because of top secret intelligence on private email servers outside of the country, specifically to hide communication. I agree with you. Judicial Watch is amazing. I think Tom Fitton is a hero. I think that Tom Fitton is a hero. Really, he is. And I hope you're right. Tuan win. No Biden 2020. We need the House back. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They're worried about Biden with everything, and Bernie. I mean, they have a lot to worry about, the Democrats. Yes. Tuan, thank you. Tuan Win, thank you. And it's like, you know, we need that. Exactly. The Republicans need the House back, but also Democrats, I think, are also thinking if they get Biden, well, they're not going to. They're going to get Hillary Clinton. But if they get Biden, that the whole thing tanks eventually. That's what they were saying about Bernie Sanders too. That the Republicans will get back the House if Bernie's nominee. But thank you, Danny. I hope you're right. I think what'll happen is that the deposition will happen. The deposition will happen, and it'll be just another reason eventually that indictments eventually take place. But Biden 2020 is going to lead to Hillary Clinton 2020, and they're going to lose, and it will be pretty much the end of the Democratic Party. It's not sustainable, and you'll see President Trump with the most monumental victory this November. So Tuan and Danny and Luke St. Martin, President Trump's going to have the most monumental victory this November. Do you realize the happiness and the glee of there are people that I know, they're so happy. They call me up or they talk, do you see the projections? It's going to go exponentially worse. We're getting into a recession. They're so I've never seen people happier at the prospect for an economic recession. I have never seen people happier. That's why every day in California, the governor, I guess we just got to shut down the whole state. You got to shut down the whole state. The entire state. Shut it down, shut down, shut down, shut it down, shut it down. Shut down the whole state. Shut it down. Not even takeout. No pizza. No pizza. No takeout pizza. No pizza for H.A. Badman. No pizza. No Thai food. No nothing. No nothing. No Persian food. No. We have to save lives. And they're playing a hilarious game. Not a hilarious game. A very, very nefarious and insidious game. You're not saving human beings. What you're doing is you're relegating and you're condemning people to poverty and to perhaps homelessness and to perhaps not being able to afford essential supplies for life. And the California economy is 14% of the country's GDP. Danny Loth! Danny! Newsom has said you cannot stop homeless from invading your property. That I would stop. I want a whole setup camp. Pelosi's. Why don't you? Yeah, I think that that look that up. Yeah, my God. Yeah. This is an issue. This is an issue, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of issues that California faces. And Danny, that's just one of the biggest issues, if not the biggest issue. It's just unbelievable, the mismanagement. It's criminal. It's criminal. Danny, and you driving and you see things driving, just with certain people who you just see things driving and you're like, oh my God, what? I never would see those things. Brad! Thank you, Danny. Thank you again, Danny. Brad! Biden, Clinton, 2020. Biden takes the 25th. Brad, Clinton will never take second fiddle, but it could be Biden, Clinton, and then it's, oh, my ACL, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Oh, my ACL. How did I do that? Put me in, coach. I'm the vice president. Put me in. Brad, I think that's what it could be, a put me in coach situation. Animal 31458. Brad, thank you as always for watching. Animal 31458, thank you. Gavin, he's got that the gravelly voice, the slick back hair, the $5,000. I realize looks can be deceiving, but Animal 3458. He's got a younger Biden sound. Brad, Animal 3458. Biden, hey man, it's Biden. Newsom has a kind of, if you speak like this, then it's kind of like the Steven Seagal. I was there's a great story from oh my god, hold on. Oh, you know what? There's a Howard Stern story. I'm not gonna even get into, but oh my god. But Steven Seagal, there's some people who have really, really confident. Danny, it really is in some ways. People have really confident voices that are kind of low. You could pretty much do anything and say anything. I just want to let you know tomorrow I'll be launching into space and I'll be setting foot on Mars. Be here for the live stream on A-Tray Badman's channel. I wouldn't be lying to you right now because of my voice. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to be the first Martian live stream on YouTube. But there's... where I'm going all over the place. Biden has like this. Biden is. Where is Biden, by the way? Nobody can find Biden. I wonder why. Gee, I wonder why. You do realize that there is Rob Schneider has a great story. Oh my God, he has a great story. You have to just go on Howard Stern and type in Rob Schneider, and it's so awesome. But anyway, so you gotta look at things from the perspective, from context, ladies and gentlemen, okay? In Florida, the net approval is 3 points. Texas, 7 points. Arizona, 1 point. North Carolina, 4 points. Now, Ohio, it's even. But you look, Wisconsin, it's only down 10. Michigan, only down 10. They were down more. Okay? You compare... California down 28. It was down 35. Down 20. So the approval has gotten better, not worse. The approval has gotten better. Okay? So... the interesting thing is, ladies and gentlemen, that when you look at, let's look at Wisconsin for a second. Wisconsin approval rating. Wisconsin. It's kind of like, it's like he was down by a lot more in Wisconsin in February of 2019. He was down by a lot more. Okay? He was down by 13 points in April of 2019 in Wisconsin. Now he's down 10. It's getting better in Wisconsin. He was down by 16 points in January of 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, in Wisconsin, he was down by 16 points. He's now only down by 10 points in approval rating in Wisconsin. So, I mean, you got Michigan also, like Michigan, same thing. Because I remember looking at this morning consult graph. So, Michigan, he was down by, let's see. Now he's only down by 10. In July of 2019, he was down by 12. He was down by 15 in Michigan in June of 2019. 15 points underwater. Now he's only 10. You got to understand, I mean, it makes a difference. Luke St. Martin! Thank you so very much, Luke. The toilet paper is the new cryptocurrency. It's called Bitcoin. Much love to the chat. Oh, Luke St. Martin, thank you. You know, I had a great, Luke St. Martin, thank you so much. I had a great, just like what you just said right now, Luke St. Martin. There was a gentleman who said, I'll trade you mint condition 2-ply for a Lamborghini Countach or a Ferrari Testarossa for a It was so great. A Lamborghini Countach, a 1990 Lamborghini Countach. I gotta say, those cars are amazing. Yeah. 1990 Lamborghini Countach looks like cars that are made today. It's crazy. It's crazy. Actually, looks better. Looks better. 1990, he goes 1980. I'll trade you mint condition 2-ply toilet paper for the 1988 to 1990 Lamborghini Countach or a Ferrari Testarossa. Ferrari Testarossa. My God, that is awesome. You look at car designs. I don't know. Am I wrong to say that I like the car designs in the 80s better than now? But I don't know. Maybe people say I'm wrong or that I don't know what I'm talking about. Brad Greta, contribute to HJ's toilet paper fund. Join me. I know. Please. I've been using poison ivy. It's not good. Brad, thank you, Brad. Luke St. Martin. Yeah, so I mean, you gotta, like, nobody, like, see, the thing is, in our country, or I should say in media, we don't take things in context. The context is important. The context here. The context is that nobody really understands that there isn't a politician. There isn't a politician that would be able to handle. There isn't a politician that would be able to handle media. The media that's taking place would crush and decimate any politician. And the way media works is that they protect and they rally around and they cover up the scandals of Democrats. They really do. Madam Secretary's email server was not about emails. It was about top secret documents on servers running outside of the United States government, open to the entire planet. Michael Hayden said this. Robert Gates said this. But again, they still voted for Clinton. They didn't care. They knew that Clinton was hiding her information about the Clinton Foundation. They all knew this. They didn't care because they said, oh, it's not national security. It's just a quid pro quo. But it is national security. Then they hide, well, we don't know. You know, you can't prove anything. Plausible deniability. If you are in Wisconsin, if Democrats do not win Wisconsin, they do not have a chance. Like, you got to win Wisconsin because Wisconsin has not voted for a Republican since 1984. Again, context. Wisconsin has not voted for a Republican since 1984. When was the last time you heard that in media? You don't hear anything like that. When was all you hear about is the Russians with Facebook ads? What kind of imbecile believes this? What kind of challenged imbecile believes that Facebook ads from another country swung Wisconsin? You have to really been maybe, I don't know. What's wrong with your existence if you believe that Facebook ads swung the election because James Clapper and Brennan, who would never tell the truth ever on anything, told you so. Wisconsin, Trump is actually doing better. Michigan, he's doing better. If he's down 10 points in approval rating, you have to take that with a grain of salt. Okay? Because California and New York, he's down 20 and down 28 in California. Now, that's interesting, too, because you're talking about upstate New York. You're talking about a lot of people in New York City, a lot of people in that state that are not just conservative, independent. And Trump is from New York. They don't look. Hollywood, Hollywood corrupt intelligence officials, Democrats, and media, especially political media, they have it in for President Trump. That's it. They have it in for President Trump. They do not like President Trump, and every story will be crafted, every headline will be designed or will be written to make everything look bad. Everything look bad. Before this fiasco, you had record low unemployment, you had 6 million jobs created, and you do not have to shut down. You do not have to shut down California, 14.5% of U.S. GDP, especially when you had 3 million people vote for Biden in Arizona, Florida, and Illinois. Okay. But you look right here, I mean, it's really interesting. Michigan and Wisconsin, he's only down 10. Ohio, they have to win Ohio. He's even. They have to win Florida. He's up in Florida. I'll give Hillary Clinton this. She does have passionate supporters. Okay? I'm not talking about the average Democrat. I'm talking about Clinton's base. This is also one reason why she'll be nominee. Because I understand the way Democrats work. Clinton's base is passionate. Did you know this? This is something that I find fascinating. I don't think anyone knows this. The I'm with her crowd is a passionate base of support. They feel the way about Clinton the way you and I feel about Trump. But they they live in their own world. It's and they think that we live in our own world. But I'm telling you, there is a base of support for Bernie Sanders. Obviously, I used to be the biggest Bernie booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post, and the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. Now, the base of support for Bernie Sanders is actually a fraction of the Democratic Party. When I say a fraction, I mean the people who will not vote for Biden, the people who will say, no, if Bernie's out, he was my only choice and that's it. You better not cheat him again because you will never get my vote. I respect those people. If you cheat Bernie, you're never going to get my vote again. And they did cheat Bernie Sanders, but he also had a horrible campaign this year because media pundits took over his campaign and they ran it into the ground. But Bernie Sanders has a passionate base of support. It's a very small fraction of the overall Democratic Party. I would say 30% of Democrats, probably more, probably 35% of Democrats love Hillary Clinton and respect and admire, and they are going to wake up in November and they are going to vote. It doesn't matter, if it's like a hurricane or whatever, or, a tornado. They're going to get out of bed and vote, 30%. Now, a greater percentage of Trump supporters feel that way about President Trump. So, a far greater percentage. The average Trump voter is looking at President Trump and saying, okay, he's bringing home Americans. And this is another issue also. Democrats don't care about foreign policy. They don't bring up foreign policy. Have you noticed that? Their foreign policy is stop Russian interference. That's the only foreign policy. President Trump is literally bringing Americans home, signed peace deals. First president to step foot in North Korea and begin détente between North and South Korea. Diplomatic relationship, communication between North and South Korea. There's a roadmap. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. He's the first president to be able to do this. The first president ever. The first president ever. He gets zero credit from the media. Zero. And it's going to be the most epic, beautiful time. Hello, Zen. Bonjour. It's going to be the most epic, beautiful time. November is going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Because you're going to look at, this is like the most hyped up fight or Super Bowl. I mean, you take two teams in the Super Bowl, and let's say they don't like each other. And every day in the media, or just like the UFC, you have two fighters, and every day they're talking, every single day. You're going to watch the fight. Even if it's, you're not really interested in the weight class or whatever, you're still going to watch it because every day, and the media hypes. Any sports is like that. Can you imagine Clinton versus Trump round 2 for the debates? The shimmy? The shimmy is back, people. The shimmy is back, people. Do you understand they're not going with Biden? Once Bernard Sanders decides to finally call it quits, because, with Bernie, how to get an 800 credit score LLC. Keep up the great work, HA, great content. Thank you so very much. How to get an 800 credit score LLC. Thank you so very much. Everyone, subscribe to this man's channel. Great channel, great work, and really interesting. How to get an 800 credit score LLC. Thank you so much. Thank you. Keep up the great work, HA. Great content. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Danny! Shift stream of Russia. It gives him more feeling. Danny! This is how Democrats go to bed at night. Hey, stop Russian interference. Trump must go. Russian interference. That's how they sleep at night. Russian interference. How did they interfere? They let us know the corrupt nature of the Democratic Party. Nobody puts two and two together. They're like, this is interference. Oh my God. How about Washington Post interference? Every single day it's something. What about the Access Hollywood tape interference? Oh, that's different. That's really what Trump is like. Oh, really? And then that isn't like what the Democrats are like? That's why Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. Pennsylvania. He has a -1 approval rating. He had a worse approval rating in Pennsylvania. Oh my God, you got to win Pennsylvania, Democrats. Michigan and Pennsylvania hadn't voted for a Republican since 1988. Do you realize, ladies and gentlemen, do you realize that President Trump was down by like 10 points? Down by 10 points not long ago in Pennsylvania? 7 points, 10 points in January of 2019. He was down by 10 points. He is now only down 1 point in Pennsylvania. I'm going to say this again. In 2019, he was down by 10 points in Pennsylvania. Now he's only down by 1 point in Pennsylvania. I'm going to say it again. He was down by 10 points in Pennsylvania. Now he's only down by 1 point. And the media has continued its onslaught. Ramla Farah, hello. Love you, HA. Keep up the fantastic work. Ramla, thank you so very much. God bless you. I hope you're happy and, just everybody's going to be safe and healthy. I mean, look, fake apocalypse. Everyone is going to be healthy. Ramla, I want you and everyone here in November. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be the live stream of all live streams. And I'm going to do a live stream on H.A. Goodman's other channel, too. By the way, check out, you know what? I'll be uploading on that channel and doing primarily live streams on this channel. So, Ramla Farah, thank you so very much, as always, for your support and your kind words. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ramla. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, so you look at what is going on, and it's like, why do you think Biden? Why do you think he's not saying anything now? Does anybody have an idea? Why do you think Biden? Why do you think? Look, this is the MC Breed election. MC Breed, one of the great rappers of all time. Ain't no future in your frontin'. Okay? The Democrats, their song is The Only Future We Have Is Frontin', and their new remix, Frontin' Is Our Only Future. The only thing we do is front. That is exact. Eric Breed, one of the great rappers. Okay, Flint, Michigan, 1971, he was born. And God bless him, he passed away in 2008. Great rapper. Ain't no future in your frontin'. Very philosophical song. There's no future in pretending you're something you're not. But the Democrats say there is future in our fronting. There is. There is future in our frontin'. That's their song. C.L. Lewis, thank you very much. That's their song. And Biden said they talked about he said Formula One. What? What are you talking about? It's about Formula One. There's nothing to fear. Itself. What? What are you talking about? Itself, nothing. It's unbelievable too, because this is like a great song. It peaked at. And he goes, Gotta Get Mine by, there's another song with Tupac. Gotta Get Mine. Great song. You take MC Breed, and even I'm old, so like, you can disregard anything I say about music, but I'll take MC Breed over anybody today in rap. But maybe that's because, I don't know, maybe I'm old, whatever. But, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot pretend that you're something that you're not all the time. All the time. Just be true to yourself. Just be true to yourself. You know? Just be true to yourself. Democrats don't have a value system because Medicare for all is one of the policies that gets people excited, gets people passionate, gets people voting, but they don't want it. So they've spent 4 years saying, sure, yeah, no problem, sure, yeah, and then they funnel votes back into the Democratic Party. Bernie Sanders, God bless him, good human being. What he has done is, in many ways, his tactics have been despicable. To regurgitate and reiterate and spread and foment the Trump-Russia myth, they use that against him. Russia doesn't want Bernie or Trump. They don't care. Look, every country has their preferred candidate. So what? It has always been that way. Who cares? We have the preferred candidates in other countries. So that means we interfere with every election? So what? So what? Oh, the emails. Yeah, the emails showed that Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. They're living a lie. Democrats have been living a lie, all to set the stage. To set the stage for Clinton. This is not by accident, ladies and gentlemen. I know, like, people like, this is not by accident. Once Bernie leaves, it's game over. Danny Loth! Danny! They are hiding Biden right now. His last time. People that have never. That guy has lost. It's like a Yogi Berra statement without the charm and appeal and and warmth of Yogi Berra and love of Yogi Berra. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, that's bizarre. Brady went to Tampa Bay. Wow. They're going to be good. I mean, I think Brady's amazing. I don't know what happens to the Patriots, though. I don't know what happens to the Patriots. Danny! They don't want Biden, because they know that Clinton's going to be nominee, Danny. They don't want Biden to take any kind of... Because the Democrats, what they're going to do is they're going to hide in the sidelines, and they're going to say, okay, well, look how horribly Trump is performing. He's really doing a bad job. They're not, and the way they work is they don't offer any solution other than scorn and condemnation. That's it, from a media perspective, because they don't want anyone to be associated on their side of the political divide with, like, pulling the country out of this, because Clinton hasn't. Well, she's going to run, but she has not yet been. She's not there yet. She will. But you gotta also, like, this is the centennial, ladies and gentlemen. This is the centennial of the 19th Amendment. Or as Biden says, Dos Equis, Al Capone, abolish alcohol. Then he thinks it's, the 18th, but it's the 19th Amendment, okay? Women's right to vote, okay? He is now, they're not going to go with Biden on the 100 year. It's going to be two women, almost certainly, and it'll be Hillary Clinton, and then you pick. It could be Elizabeth Warren. It could be Stacey Abrams. It could be Amy Klobuchar. Oh my God! Eating salad with a comb. The 18th Amendment to the United States Constitution established... the 19th Amendment. Yeah, that's the prohibition of alcohol, 18th. 19th Amendment prohibits states and federal governments from denying the right to vote to citizens on the basis. Okay, so granted women the right to vote. Granted women the right to vote. You better believe, because August was when it was it became law. You better believe that they're not gonna just roll with Biden. Of course, the computer is now. Todd Rubel! Todd! During this tough time, where can I buy? Todd! Todd, yes. Todd! Todd Rubel! One of the great super chat messengers of all time on this channel, Todd Rubel. So you better believe that this is going to be such an amazing November, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. Hi, Caroline. Hello. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm running out of steam right now. Don't worry, I'm fine. It's fine. Just a lot of getting hyped up for Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, the words of the great Vice President Biden. There's nothing to fear. It's self. Huh? There's nothing to itself, fear. Amen. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you. Ladies and gentlemen. Bronx 95, hello. Possibly. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Have a fantastic day. And I want you to enjoy today. Enjoy your life. Be happy. Oh my God. Listen to some MC Breed, Ain't No Future in Your Frontin'. And then you can listen to the Democrats. The only future we have is frontin'. And their new single, Everything We Do is a front. Or no, frontin' is our only future. That's the Democrats. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so very much. God bless. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your life. Life is good. And this will all be over very soon because, as usual, this doesn't work out for Democrats. Give me your thoughts. Thank you so very much. I'll be back, let's say, around 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. Pacific, around there on this channel for a live stream. Thanks, everybody. Have a great, great day. Thank you very much. To my super chat, I know you could be getting toilet paper and everything, but you chose to support me. Thank you so much.